Buddy Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for DEADEN'S chapter 201. So before I get into this recap and live reaction, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, and I'm praying this ain't one of my last DEADEN'S live reactions, because there's a very good chance that next month me and my poor sweet kitty are going to be homeless and sleeping on the street. It ain't looking good for us right now. But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, deep dives, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below. So, oh my goddamn god, the reveals. What Mashima did last chapter is what I call a 200 chapter. Wow. So we found out that it wasn't just Rebecca's mama up in there. They had Jin and Clean's mama. They had Laguna's mama. And Weiss's mama. And Homura's mama, but not Shiki's mama. Something sus with that. But the only one alive out of all of them is Rebecca's mama. We still don't know shit about Laguna. Well, we kind of know a little bit about Laguna. Not enough, though. I'm hoping we get more on Laguna's backstory soon. I'm talking about pre-theater stuff, obviously. But anyways, we also found out what Ziggy's goal is using this, using these the mother's ether, which I was right about. But you know what? Something else that was really odd was we didn't see Elsie's or Justice's mother up in there. It wasn't brought up. But I would imagine they're in there. Have to be. But anyways, we found out what the Ziggy is doing with this, but we also found out that Captain John, like we thought, was really sus. He is sus. And probably he is, like we all thought, Rebecca's papa. Because there's a reason why he's keeping Mama alive. And yes, we know that she does. Mama does time magic. So yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense to boot. But anyways, let's get to this chapter, see what's in store for us this week. And this chapter is titled Melt. So we're starting off in the mama room. Hey, are you guys okay? My mother died a long time ago, so this isn't much of a shock. It does freak me out that somebody dug her body up and put it right there in front of me. I would be disturbed too. I never wished to see my mother again, but the fact that she is dead is hard to accept. Miss Rebecca? In my first memories, I was already alone on Blue Garden. I don't remember anything about my parents. Did they abandon me or leave me as an orphan, or was I kidnapped? I never knew, and as I got older I decided not to think about it. That's a great point. What happened? Were her memories erased? Is this kind of like a Shuichi situation? But suddenly she's right here in front of me, and she's the archbishop of some church? Honestly, it makes no sense to me. God, I love this background. Still, she's alive. Yes, there's life readings from her. Let us rescue Rebecca's mother and enact Operation Plant Eater. Can't do that. There's so many people here. But I think they're all dead. Yeah, they kind of are all dead. Weiss and Homer's mothers and Jin and Clean's too. Yeah, if we could, I'd like to take her back and bury her on Norma's soil. But you can't go back to Norma, though. Then let's at least recover our own mothers. It will not be possible to collect them all. Let's rescue Miss Rebecca's mother first. Wait, I'm not ready for this. Yeah, but the time of dawdle, our friends are in the midst of battle. All right, but we don't have to wake her up right this instant. We'll use Warrior Maid 95 to recover as many as we can and take them to the Eden Zero. I can hear what my mother has to say after the battle. Yeah. As soon as we're all ready, I will begin Operation Plant Eater. They didn't say shit about Laguna's mama. What the fuck? What about Laguna's mama? Well, at least rescue her. But, Weiss, you can't. Did you not remember what was said? You can't go back to Norma. But I understand um the sentimentality here. I do. But like, what I think would be more appropriate, at least especially in Weiss's case, as fucked up as it is to cremate her and to spread her ashes around Norma, so that way, because he can't bring her back to Norma. Can't get on Norma. He can never go back. From what I remember, he can never go back to Norma. So why not? Why not just spread her ashes around Norma? Sorry to keep you waiting. Ooh, ye disposed of the intruders, I assume? One self-destructed, the other's immobilized. We have him in a holding cell. A cell? Are you sure that he's be safe? His motive power cores are shut down. Don't worry, Sister's definitely dealing with him. Mm-hmm. We need to interrogate him about Ziggy. How are things here? The little guys surrounding him. We got almost all of them. All that's left is Dead End Crow. God, Dead End Crow looks so cool. That detailing looks great. I love how Dead End Crow looks. We'll be firing the Eden Zero's main cannon at him while Holy distracts him with their night gear. The cannon's charge, it's at 70%. Frankly, I think 78% should be enough to blow him to smithereens. No, if we don't go all in, we'll be putting ourselves in more danger. When I fought him, I learned something. He absorbs energy. Ooh! You know what? That actually makes sense. Looking at him from the back like this, that makes a lot of sense because you got the aura surrounding him too. But that cog there and like that dot in the center, not dot, excuse me, that orb in the center, and you see how like the circuitry is, that makes a lot of sense that he absorbs energy. I'm not surprised. So only physical ammunition will work? No, physical rounds are basically useless. His armor is too hard. The Eden's main cannon, Starbringer, it fires super high density pressure ether. In other words, it fires energy rounds, which means we don't even know if it will work at max power. Oh, it will work. Really? According to my calculations, if we fire the Eden Zero main cannon at its core, we will destroy it. Yeah, that's the key thing. You gotta destroy the core. His core? It's my job to uncover it for you. Yeah. Lightning Ether! Let's go. Huh? He absorbs energy, remember? I have to do this to locate his core. What the? I could see the... Oh, okay. That makes sense. Because remember, as I just said, you see on his back, you see the core. I think that orb is his core. But I think Holy's just double checking to make sure. Because, as I said, you see on his back with that cog, and then there's that circle near this, that's in the center of the cog that's surrounding that orb, and you see that circuitry there. That's where I think the core is that orb. But I think she's got to just double check. Fire ether. I kind of wish there was like more grays up in there in the center of this ether. Anyways, I'll just... Because it looks more like energy than fire to me. Just kind of wish the edges had a little bit more curvature going on, but whatever. What is this insect? Stop flying around! You're annoying me! Ooh. Ice ether! That's not going to work. I see it. Yeah. Yep, that's what I figured. It was the core. I knew that was the core. Oh, how I've waited for this day, for the moment I can finally destroy you. Connecting Etherlink. Activating. Ooh, Ether Gear Melt. Oh shit, what? What? Here's his core. Part of his armor's fallen off. No, it's melting. 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 Holy's Ether Gear, that's what it does. Duh. What be the charge of the cannon? 100%. Let's go. We're ready to fire. Holy, retreat. I'm on my way. Uh-oh. What? Holy, he absorbed her? Holy, respond. Holy. Fire, take me with him. No, if she were here, he would never allow it. 2,000 years later, or it's not 20,000 years later, I've confirmed that the man is alive. The woman is dead. What do we do? What else? We recover our findings. I've never seen a human before in my life. Why would a species that went extinct 20,000 years ago? Our job is to find out. Now returning to the base on the planet Eden. Okay, now you're just making me think of Hoseki no Kuni. Mashima, you really giving me Hoseki no Kuni now, because we just literally saw something similar where we saw, well, she was more machine than human at this point. And we saw them with the last human and like how they ultimately were like dissolved. Or not dissolved, excuse me, wording so shit, broken down into minerals and stuff like that, into what we would know as the gems. And that's what this is just really making me think of. In Eden, when you think of Eden, you think, I don't know if anyone else is thinking this, but for me, I think of the Garden of Eden, where it all began. Or where life was, well, you know, according to the Old Testament, where all life began, where all life was created by God. That's where the first man, first woman were. And that's what it's kind of giving me. It's making me think of, anyway. And I wonder if that's what we're going with here. But now I wonder, because usually when we have these this kind of situation, or in like, you know, like huge time skips like this, because we've seen this before on Norma. Remember near the beginning we saw this on Norma? And I think we saw it on Faust too, right? Not Faust. God damn it, what is that plant's name? I know we saw like this major time skip somewhere else too. But every time we've had a major time skip like this, there ends up being a time leap. And I think that's what we're gonna be getting, a time leap. Oh, yes we are. We are definitely getting a time leap. I don't know how I feel about that. But remember what Ziggy said about how Shiki was the one that was outside of that one man that was outside of the universe for a minute? Yeah. But I think we're going to get a time leap. Or a universe leap. It's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. I'm not sure how I feel about it, though. I'm really not. I really don't know how I feel about getting a time leap here. But it feels like it's probably more than likely going to happen. I'm very curious what you guys think. Do you guys think we're going to get another time leap? I really hope not. Because I really like what we're getting here, but just something tells me that what is going on with Dead and Crow is going to lead to another time leap. I really hope not. And I hope if there is a time leap, that witch doesn't come back to life. I really hope that Mashima don't go Mashimaing. Please don't do that, Mashima. I really don't want Witch's death reversed. I'm fine with Witch staying dead. But just something telling me, in my gut, I just know it, that we're gonna have a time leap. I'm really curious what you guys think. Do you guys think we're gonna have a time leap soon? But like the other thing I keep thinking is the whole thing with Shiki's mama. If Shiki, if we have a Rokaru situation with Shiki, and Shiki was born from, Shiki's mama is mother, or like a descendant of mother or something like that, I would not be surprised. And that would just be really interesting. And not only that, it would make a lot of sense too. It would. Oh my god, it totally would. For those of you that read Twin Star Exorcist, you know what I'm talking about with how with Rokaru's origin, with his parentage. If that's what if Shiki is that, and if he doesn't have a father and he only has a mother, which I'm kind of spoiling Twin Star Exorcist, but motherfucker, you should be reading that. Which is kind of which is really what happened with Rokaru. If we have that kind of situation with Shiki, I would not be mad at that. Nah, I would not be mad at that, and I would actually kind of like it. Because that would explain a lot, and it would be really interesting to have that. Oh my god, it really would explain a lot, like why Shiki is the bringer of the. Remember what Ziggy was saying, that Shiki was the harbinger of destruction and shit like that. He was going to destroy the universe. That would explain so much, especially with how he has survived all this shit 20,000 years later. Oh, damn straight. I could believe. That's why I'm like, I could freaking believe it if he was like the child of mother. Oh, I definitely could believe it. I could fucking believe it. But then there's the whole thing with Ziggy. Like, we gotta find out where Ziggy fits in that picture of why he was chosen to take care of Shiki and all of that. That's the thing. It'll be very interesting when we get to that point. I really hope that this is kind of like a Rokaru situation. I really hope this is a Rokaru situation. The more I think about it, the more I really want it to be kind of like a Rokaru situation. I really, really do. I really hope this is the case. Oh my god, I do. because that would just make this whole series even more interesting. It'd make Shiki's character even more interesting. And it would also make everything, at least for me, it just makes everything that we've seen so far make more sense, at least for me. I'm really curious what you guys think. In regards to this, what do you guys think of this chapter? What do you guys think about I really like Dead End Crow. I do. I know we've seen the absorption thing like many times before. I like how it's being done here. I do. I can't but do you also guys also think that a time leap is coming like I do? I really believe it's coming. I honestly do. And I'm torn on how I feel about it. But I really like Holy's Ether Gear as well. But if the time leap does happen, where do you think it will happen? Do you think it will happen like before we go to Lendard, or do you think it's going to be happening before the time skip? I really hope it doesn't happen before the 3-year time skip, and I really hope Witch don't come back to life. That's the thing I really hope doesn't happen. I don't want everything erased. Please don't do that, Mashima. I'll be pissed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this channel alive and kicking so I can keep bringing you more Eden Zero content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.